blind justice, taking murder cases with a questionable conviction and putting them under the microscope to reinvestigate what really happened.
The whole story of Sean's involvement is bogus.
Using new and advanced forensic technology, blind justice investigators expose faulty science and unreliable eyewitness testimony.
Said that, looking back on it, he wasn't sure that he had seen Sean that night.
3 families torn apart by greed and deception.
Then I thought these other 2 boys that were murdered, their families are not going to have them either.
On June 12, 1989, Cincinnati, Ohio, the bodies of Terrence Richard and Diamond Martine are found in a car, murdered execution style. With little evidence, the police launch a manhunt for the killer.
It was just like they were pointing the finger at me.
The coroner finds a piece of paper with Sean Hawkins' name and pager number on the body of one of the victims. June 15th, Sean tells investigators that Richard and Martine came by his house on the day of the murders, wanting to buy a pound of marijuana. Hawkins gives them his pager number and tells them he needs time to contact his dealer.
There was a lot of things that, I could have been arrested for, just being involved in street life. But murder was not one of them.
Police discover a bloody thumbprint on a notebook inside the vehicle. Fingerprint analysis matches it to Hawkins, but it cannot be determined whether it was made before or after the murders. June 12th, 8 p.m. Hawkins tells the men he's unable to reach his supplier and they should look elsewhere. Hawkins claims that's the last time he would see Richard and Martine alive. Several parties knew the men were carrying a large amount of cash that night, leaving a number of suspects other than Sean Hawkins, with all the evidence pointing to robbery as the main motivator to the murders. Whether it's poor representation, faulty eyewitness testimony, or hidden evidence, blind justice investigates both sides of the trial.
Henry Brown was investigated and, as a matter of fact, was charged with the murders at an earlier stage, but he was offered immunity if he would roll over on someone else, and the person he rolled over on was Sean.
Quite simply, I will be going home at some point.
On Christmas Eve 1989, Hawkins was convicted and sentenced to death. May 4th, 2011, 22 years later, the Ohio Clemency Board recommends an unprecedented 7 votes to 0 in favor of clemency.
There was not enough evidence of Sean's guilt that he should be condemned to death.
There are 2 sides to every story. Shedding light on the truth is only the beginning. This is Blind Justice.